Also from Atlanta, Georgia, please welcome to the stage, Too Cute.
Thank you very much. I was so excited when I got asked to come to Las Vegas, but I was invited by a Christian comedy club. Who knew? I go all the way to Las Vegas to play in a Christian lounge. Well, about a month before the show started, was to start, and I said, okay, so I could get my collateral, let everybody in the whole wide world know that I'm going to be working in Las Vegas. I am so excited, but we're going to keep it on the down low about this Christian lounge, okay? I was a little embarrassed because it was Las Vegas, but I was going anyway. Well, the guy said, okay, the show's been canceled. Okay, excuse me? Because I'm working in Las Vegas somewhere, okay? I'm coming. Somebody is going to have me on a stage somewhere. The thing that I love about being my age is people actually listen to you and feel like you're telling the truth. They don't just pass you off anymore. This is like great. So I just tell people whatever I want, and they bring it to me. I like this. So he called me back with a few names, and I talked to this guy, and he's like, oh, love it. Saw your stuff. Can't wait for you to be here, yada, yada. All right. So I said, well, what kind of place is this? It's the biggest gentleman's lounge in the world. So I go from a Christian comedy lounge to a strip club. Okay, this works. Except that 30 years ago, they would have been paying me to take my clothes off, and now they're paying me to keep them on. I find that when you are growing older, your life experiences start coming into play, and the things that you learn, okay, become very, very important, because now you're wiser. And if you're not wiser, you miss the boat, Anytime I need something from anybody, I just tell them I'm in dire straits and I have to come and live with them. They write me a check. They don't ask me what I need it for. They don't even ask me to pay it back. They just write me a check. And I like that part, because, we're getting wiser. And this is probably why I don't have dates. I let guys know that you go out for these younger girls, and if something were to happen to you, they are gone. They're not going to be around. At 60 years old, something happens to somebody that I'm with, and I've got to change my life to take care of them. I'm gone too. They need to understand that. I'm just gone. Okay? And the reason that I'm gone is because I don't know if you're going to be in my corner if something happens to me. We haven't been together that long. Because the guys will take off in a heartbeat. You've been with a guy 20, 30, 40, 50 years, you know he's going to be around. He's definitely seen you through thick and thin, and hopefully he can afford the luxury of having somebody to come in the mornings and at nights and the daytime, so you got time to go shopping, because it ain't gonna be no all day thing. No. No, we gotta have to hire some people. A year went by, and I started having more problems. So I go back to the doctor, and he looks at my hand, and he says, "You have Dupuytren's disease." And I'm like, "What?" I heard disease. I'm dying. I can see myself in a casket. I'm glad that none of my family knows that they have any insurance coming, because they were going to make that quick. And I'm like, "What are you talking about? I mean, I'm just like, I'm having a heart attack here. You telling me I have what?" He says, it's called Dupuytren's disease. I was like, what is that? He says, well, I need to tell you that it's incurable. What? You know, it's incurable. You know, and I hear, I'm still in the casket, you know. I'm dying. There's a few people I need to piss off first. This might not be such a bad thing. And and I said, well, what am I going to do? What's going to happen? So he shows me these pictures, and Dupuytren's is a disease where you've seen people where their fingers like kind of, they draw up. There's 3 little tendons here that just contract. And so I'm like, okay, and there's no cure. There's some very invasive surgeries that could be done at the time that I was talking to him, but not quite as invasive today. And then he informed me, you know, all this time I've been telling that, you know, people, I'm a black woman, that this is a disease that's found mainly in men from Nordic or Northern European descent. And I'm like, so now all these years I was a black woman, and you mean to tell me I've been a white man all along?